100% Chelsea, Cardiff 1, Chelsea 2. Jay, now you got a ticket last minute to that game. How happy are you that you got that ticket?
Honestly, whether it was worth it or not, it probably wasn't. I would have been better off sitting in the McDonald's around the corner and just listening to the crowd and whatever, because, boy, man, I think, you know what it is? The big problem is that everyone says Sarri is so stubborn, and the problem is that his game management, I think I've started to figure it out, and I realised his game management is his big weak point. And it's not the fact that this is what makes him a bad manager, but it's the way his mannerism is, because he's so set on having this one style. We never had this under Conte, we never had this under Jayzinq, even though they tried to implement, for example, you know, Conte came in with the three at the back and this is the way he wanted us to play. Jayzinq is always known to be a very defensive manager, but the difference between Conte, Jose and Sarri was that we saw sometimes we would go back to a back four under Conte if things were working well, or he would change the formation. And we saw under Jose that he would change the way, you know, push the line up higher. He'd still be defensive, but he'd be defending higher up the pitch. And just Sarri wants us to play the same way, because I know it's no difference from when we were 0-0 and 1-0. The way we were playing exactly the same. And you can't say that changing and making substitutions is game management. That's just the way it is, because you're bringing a striker for a striker.
Simple stuff.
It's simple stuff. If you're taking off a defender for a striker, okay, cool. That I'll give you plaudits for that. But the problem with Sarri is that I keep saying the same thing. Is he wants us to play the same way, whether it's 0-0, losing 6-0. Because then if we do make these great comebacks, he can be like, look, my play style works. But then the thing I'm going to say now is the fact that those 2 goals came from playing Route 1 football. That was not. So those goals did not come from playing Sarri football. Obviously the Aspilicueta one, which is rumoured to be offside, I don't know, I haven't seen it, came from a corner, and obviously the Loftus-Cheek one came from hoofing the ball into the box. That's not Sarri football. So I mean, it's quite coincidental that we scored 2 goals from, you know, throwing the tactical style out the window. And I don't know what that says a lot about Sarri, but I mean, inside the ground today was just, it was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful. I mean, the fans didn't help. I think there was one time when they said we're doing the fuck Sarri thing, he actually reacted, and he was like, almost,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he almost literally was there like what am I meant to do? And obviously it's the fans, they don't help at all, because the man, you can only blame so much on the play. You can blame him for personnel selection, for example, today. You can blame him for substitutions and timings, but today he done as much as he could. He brought on Hazard as soon as he went 1-0 down, 50th minute. I think that's probably one of the early substitutions I've ever seen him make. 5 minutes into the second half, we already made our first change, which is proactive. It is showing that he is doing as much as he can with what is at his disposal to try and get these results. And luckily he did get the result today, because I think someone said today that if he had lost this game, if we had actually gone and lost this game, chances are we could have been seeing, you know, breaking news in the, you know, next 24 hours. And all this result has done is kind of extended this day, giving him a bit more time to say, look, I am trying my best and I am doing the most I can. I kind of did in the most, it's going to come off so negative, but I kind of did want us to see drop these points, just because it would have given us that, look, top 4 is out of the window, because now we're still in the equation that top 4 is still a possibility mathematically. And the fact that if we do somehow go to United and pull off a miracle, it blows the doors open. It really does. It blows the doors open. And the thing is, it would be a Chelsea thing to happen, because, you know, we've seen us lose fucking, what, 4-0, 3-0, 4-0 to Bournemouth and then go beat Spurs. Chelsea sometimes just don't make sense to me, and I think us now going to United and getting a win and blowing top 4 open, I think it's a possibility. But that's just me being as positive as I can. But today, all I saw was the fact that Loftus-Cheek and Hazard need to be starting games together. They play so well with each other. The fact that we see Hazard always try to do these little flicks, and it seems to be bouncing off the cheek, because he seems to be attempting these. We never used to see them when he used a couple of seasons ago. So he's really growing into his stride, and there's no reason why, if he is 100% fully fit, why he shouldn't be starting games. And that's not just because someone said it's not because he scored, but because he made such a big difference when he came on the pitch. And I think it just shows a lot to him, the passion and the pride and everything that we need in this team that we're not seeing from other starters. I don't know why he's not playing. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy we got the win. I'm not happy in the way that it came about, because that first half was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I feel a bit bad on Cardiff part, because I kind of feel they did deserve to get signed out of this game, but they didn't. So yeah, I mean, we move on to Brighton in the midweek, and let's just hope that things go our way elsewhere, because that's all we can do at the moment.